Hi, this is Brian Schiff with Functionally Fit. In this call, I'm going to review a sliding exercise to really work on ankle dorsiflexion mobility and simultaneously addressing proximal hip stability, quadricep strengthening, if you will. One of the biggest issues I see in my clients is asymmetry side to side with restricted dorsiflexion, and then you get compensatory valgus collapse, femoral internal rotation that happens with dynamic cutting, pivoting, change direction type activities in sport that can lead to overuse problems with the patellofemoral joint. It could predispose them to an ACL tear, so to speak. And so a lot of times we need to work on corrective activity to kind of resolve restrictions or at least reduce them so that they no longer become such a big risk factor. In this particular exercise, we're going to use a sliding disc. And your stationary leg is really the leg we're addressing as far as the asymmetry or the strength for that particular time. Use something for upper body support. I'm going to start upright. My right foot's on the slider. And then slowly I'm going to squat down on my left leg. And I'm going to really reach forward on this slider as far as I can. And I want to keep the left heel down. And then I'm going to come back up and out of it. Okay, so the purpose of keeping the heel down is to really address that dorsiflexion. As the client's coming down, we've got to be real careful we do not allow or let them cross over or go into that dynamic valgus. If you see that, cue out of that, either visually or tactily, so that they understand they're no longer getting motion from the ankle and they're compensating. And we want to avoid that because a big driver of this exercise is maintaining kind of a neutral position throughout the lower extremity. So again, driving forward, there's the end of my motion, and coming up. If you want to progress it, and once they understand the movement pattern, we can take away upper body support, and we can still work and come that way. And now they've got a little bit more dynamic stability challenge. I think overall, using the upper body support allows a little bit more emphasis on getting the dorsiflexion mobility because they don't have to worry as much about balance. So keep that in mind as you do the activity. I'll perform about 10 repetitions on one side and then switch over. As a precursor, a lot of times I'll use some soft tissue work or foam rolling on the gastroc soleus complex if I'm going to use it as a corrective and do it as part of my corrective series before moving into a training program. But I think the activity allows for a good lower extremity exercise as well, just to work on that entire lower extremity targeting proximal hip stability, quadricep strength, and ankle mobility at the same time. So this is a go-to exercise I like to use for my runners or anyone kind of recovering from an ankle sprain or ankle surgery that may have limited dorsiflexion mobility. I think you'll find it fits very nicely for your clients and can be a great go-to exercise for you as well.